Dustin with On Tilt Auto, and it is Job Shadow Day. So I've got my son,
Lance.
Lance is with me today. You probably don't know this. Lance actually created the intro to our videos. He does a lot of thumbnails and other stuff. He's taught me a lot of things. I'm not very tech savvy, so it's awesome to have Lance help out. So he's job shadowing me today. We've done a short, kind of going through the steps of a YouTube content creator. So check that little short out. It'll be out before this video actually. But we're at the Jeep dealership. I went to the auction and I found some disturbing news about the prices on these Wagoneers. I've seen them dropping in the past couple weeks, but they have tanked. And the rental agencies, they're all turning theirs in. I've got some repos of them I'm seeing. So it's a mess. So we're at the new dealership. We're going to check the MSRPs on these brand new ones, see how many they have. So I've got Lance holding the camera for us. We've got a whole row of Wagoneers over here. I'm going to show you what those sold for in the auction yesterday so you can get a taste of what's coming in this market. But let's check these out. We're looking at a Grand Wagoneer Series 3 Obsidian, $116,000. So I'm learning the Grand Wagoneer is fancier than the regular Wagoneer. Now there's the Series 2 and Series 3 that I'm seeing, but I didn't know a lot about these. So the videos I did at the auction showing you those prices on those, I wasn't even sure what I was looking at, but I know now. But I'm going to show you what those sold for. Let's see how many others they have here. Honorable mention, we've got a whole row of Jeep Wranglers over here. So I just did some videos on those. This dealership has the window stickers on all of them, so they're not being shady like the other one, trying to hide those. So you check that video out if you haven't seen it yet. But we're here for Wagoneers. That's the whole point of this video. So let's check these others out. It looks like there's about 20 of them here. So that's pretty good supply, and they're 2024s. So where are the 25s? They're not releasing them yet because they've got to get rid of these things. So they're tucked away somewhere. So let's check some more of these MSRPs out. Okay, there's another Grand Wagoneer here. Check out the MSRP on this one, $121,255. So I want you to pay attention to those Grand Wagoneers in the auction I'm going to show you in a bit, and look how much money is lost on these. Granted, that's a 22 MSRP, and they were a little lower on the MSRP, but these were hot and new, and people were paying over MSRP to get one of these Wagoneers. So on the website, when I checked these out to see how many there was only 2 Grand Wagoneers listed, but we just went through 6 or 7 of them, and those are not on the website. So we finally found a regular Wagoneer, which is a little more rare here. This one's super plain. So this one is just the Wagoneer 4x4, base of 65, but 73 is the MSRP on it. And I looked on the website, they're advertising $15,000 off of these right now. So that's still putting you right about the 100,000 mark on the Grand Wagoneer. But let's see if we can find some more of these. So interesting thing here, the Grand Cherokee looks a lot like the Wagoneer. I actually confused the two when I was looking. I was like, oh, here's another one. So we're only finding one regular Wagoneer here. So we're gonna have to walk around the lot, see if we can find something else. But the Jeeps, as far as they're concerned, the Wranglers, all over the place. But let's see if we can find those other Wagoneers that they're saying that they have. But maybe those are the ones that are hot and going off the lot. So we're not able to find any more out here. So we're going to walk around the back and see if we can find these other ones. But these are just all Grand Wagoneers except for the one. So these are the high MSRP ones. And that's what I was seeing the huge discount in at the auction. So we searched this entire lot. We can't find any more of the Wagoneers here, even though they're advertising a whole bunch of those regular ones for a lower price, a lower MSRP. The only thing I can think is they sold them all, which is not likely. Or they're trying to get you to buy these higher MSRP ones because that's what's going to be dropping in these 2025s. So do a little homework before you buy one of these. And it's all new vehicle manufacturers that are dropping these MSRPs. Here's a Wagoneer turned in from, it looks like Avis. Nice looking Wagoneer. Check out that interior. We've even got the running boards that are dropping down. This is really nice. I actually don't see that nice of interiors in the rentals usually. It's even got the panoramic sunroof up there. Look how nice these things look. I can't say that this color really withstood feet and things like that, but quite a bit of tech and things for a rental car. And maybe that's where they made the mistake in buying these a little fancier, is that now going to sell them, they're taking a bigger depreciation. Another Wagoneer. This one is not a rental car. This one was actually trade in from a new car dealer, but it's got the same depreciation on it. It doesn't matter if it was a rental or not. Another Wagoneer. Let's check out what this one is here. Been through the auction before. They've removed a previous sticker. This one is a rental as well. This is more like what I would have expected the rental interior to be, a little less fancy, less screens and things like that. Another Wagoneer here. Let's check this one out. Series 3. Also another rental return. This one's just kind of got the standard interior as well. Nothing too fancy added. Does have an Alpine stereo system. Here's another one. Let's check this one out. Got fancier looking lettering on it. Once again, a rental as well. This one's got the fancier interior with the running boards dropping down, the touch screens, the panoramic sunroof there. So this one's a little nicer trim level. Some of these have a few dings on them, but most of them are in really good shape. Not seeing a lot of problems on them. Being that they're a rental, they got that fee if you smoke in them, so they smell clean. Here's another one that was a rental. The majority of these are 2022s and 23s, all in similar condition. This one's got a little bit of hail dings on it there on the side. Pretty much same story. So here's another 2022. This one has the nice leather interior. Looks like the upgraded trim. Has the lettering on the sides as well. That's a little bit fancier. I don't claim to be an expert on these things. I just point out trends that I see. So I don't know all the various trim levels in these. I don't claim to know everything about them, but I do know the prices have plummeted. All right, so checking the inside of this one out, it does have the panoramic sunroof, all those touch screens as well. It also has another sunroof in the back for that third row. So that's interesting, but you know, I could see the need. Entertain the kids in the back. Another one there. Just keep seeing them on every aisle. This one appears to be a little bit lower to the ground. Maybe it's a two-wheel drive instead of the all-wheel drive ones. Maybe it's just in my head. Let's check this out. It is an all-wheel drive. It just looks lower than the other ones. Maybe it's the stationary steps. Maybe it's just my eyes. Not really sure. This one's got the same stance to it, so it must be just a trim level thing. Maybe somebody in the comments can let me know what makes those sit a little lower than the other ones. Another one back here, all around 50,000 miles on them, even the ones that were not rental returns. This one's kind of got the bumper coming off a little bit. It's going to need some fixing up, but all kinds of colors too. So I'm going to quit searching for these now. There's another 10 of them at least that are on this lot somewhere, but it's taken too much time and I've got some vehicles to check out for some customers. So what's happened here? So these were being sold originally for around $125,000 MSRP, some of them. So what has happened from that MSRP? I am seeing these sell at the auction for $40,000 to $50,000, and they have 50,000 miles on them. So let's do the math. If you're going to take depreciation, how much per mile is that? You guys do your own math. Trim levels are going to vary prices just a little bit. Some are going to be a little higher or less, but averages are losing about $50,000 for 50,000 miles. I don't know how you can recoup that if you bought one of these. It's disgusting. That makes me just sick. If you didn't buy one yet and you wanted one, good news for you, right? If you did buy one and you have one, I hope you love it and you can enjoy it, or you're, not afraid of some depreciation if you're trying to sell or trade it in.